This video is sponsored by Carly Connected Car. Use the link down below and use discount code Salvage Nation to receive 10% off your order. Let's get back to the video. Guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another episode from Salvage Nation. And as you can see, my 2011 Mercedes W207 CABRIOLET has been sprayed. If you remember the last episode, we changed the bonnet and it had that black bonnet, but have a look. I wanted to do the spraying process, but I've got a full-time job and this car is meant to be a quick flip because I'm gonna use some of the profits from this to fix my Bumblebee. If you remember, I've got the AMG A35 and trust me, the parts on that is a killer. So I need to get all of these cars gone and I couldn't wait. I was working all during the week and I do all my filming on the weekend, and Akil, who does my spraying, I just left it with him and I got him to just complete all the spraying because I've got a buyer for this car and she's coming to pick up this car today. So this episode is all about finishing off all the little bits and bobs. I'm gonna have Akil and his team go around the car, do some polishing and buffing here and there where it needs it. Obviously, all the fresh paintwork is gonna be polished. He's gone ahead and he's polished all of that already, but for today, he's got some other bits around the back and the sides to polish. I went to Mercedes to get some parts for my A35 build, and oh God, guys, I spent an arm and a leg on some really important parts for that car. But whilst I was down there, I picked up a few bits for this baby as well. So the first thing that I picked up was my Mercedes emblem. That's gonna go right there, but I'll be putting that on later, so I'll leave that right there. And then after, it's in my pocket somewhere, I've got one of the bonnet poppers, picked that up from Mercedes as well, because the one on the passenger side was fine, but the one on the driving side was broken. And then the last thing that I picked up, if you remember, we done this aftermarket black grille. Now, when I put this bonnet on, it had the chrome bonnet trim. So I've taken that off, have a look. So I've taken off the chrome bonnet trim. That can go right there. When I bought the grille, it came with this black trim, and it's a matte black, and I think it looks nicer, it looks cleaner, and it ties in with the look that I want to go for. Once that's done, we're gonna get some polishing done, and then once the polishing is done, I'm gonna take the car to the local car wash. I've got a pressure washer, and normally I do these things myself, but I'm pressed against time. The lady's gonna come in soon, so I'm gonna drop it down to the car wash. We're gonna do an engine wash. We're gonna do inside, outside. I don't know, I'll probably show you a few little clips from there, but today is all about just getting this car ready and getting it gone. And then in the next episode, we'll be back on to the A35. So let's continue. Guys, we made it. Put the roof up, get the car washed, get back to the unit, and then we've got a few more bits to do. So let's continue. Guys, there you have it. Tell me what you think of this car. It's been a few weeks of, for the first time, not so much hard work, but work nevertheless. But it's been a few weeks of work. We've put in a lot of love and affection, as I always do, into all my builds. This was a quick turnover, a quick turnaround. I've got a buyer lined up. So a little bit of history. I bought this car with a buyer in mind already. She told me the kind of car she wanted. She told me her budget, and we're well under budget on this car, by the way. And I'm gonna go through all the bits that we had to change, and I've got my phone with me, so I'll be going through a full price reveal. But before we get onto that, I want to show you exactly what we've done. Come check it out. All right, so guys, the first thing, if you remember, we changed the bonnet, got a brand new bonnet on there, well, used bonnet. Went ahead and I chose this aftermarket grille, but as you can see, I haven't put the emblem back on as yet. I think we ordered the wrong one from Mercedes. I tried to put it on earlier and it didn't work out. So we're going to be getting a new emblem, but we can do that later. The front bumper had no damage, but there was damage to the front snap panel. We've replaced the two front panels. It comes in once the left side, the right side, and then the top. So we've changed all of that front slam panel area. Coming around here, there was no damage here. The interior had no airbags, had no issues. But check out this really cool feature. Press that button there. Can you see that? So that's one thing that pops up. And then this bad boy pops up as well. So press that button, and there it goes. Goes right down. Clever bit of kit. Have a look at that. Oh my God. Anyway, moving around the car, there was no damage around here. We had some scratches around here and we fixed that. We sanded that down a little bit and we sprayed that. Check this out. So we've got the two speakers on the back lid. I think that is so nice. Coming around the car, the interior is really clean. We've got no issues on the interior, like I said. that can get folded away. So these are heated seats, and because it's the E-Class, it's got all of these air cushion controls here. They're like 4 different quadrants of the seats that you can control. That's got airbags inside, which I think is nice. It's got the sat nav, it's got heated seats, it's got the air scarf technology right there. Heated seats right like so. And guys, check out that wood grain. It's really, really nice. All in all, I think it was a good buy. I think it was a good car. All in all, I can't find any faults. Let me know what you think of this car, of this build, in the comments down below. And let me know if you think it was worth it once I show you the figures. So speaking of figures, let's talk some figures. This car is a 2011 Mercedes C250 W207 CABRIOLET. I hope you got all of that. Anyway, so it's an E-Class, it's an E250, which is the top spec. It's fully loaded. It's got all the options that's possible for this particular model. And from the auctions, if you remember, COPART listed this car as having 110,000 miles. When I looked in the pictures and I looked really carefully, I saw that it wasn't miles, it was kilometers. So I know for a fact I was getting a car, and I did a few checks on the MOT, and I did my own HPI checks prior to bidding. So I knew I was getting a car with roughly around 60 to 60 something thousand miles on the clock. So I was happy to bid. The customer told me she's happy to bid up to 5.9. So this car from the auctions, COPART auctions in Sandwich, I believe it was, at the auction on the day, guys, wait for it. I think it was like around 4,800, around that price. But with all the fees and the delivery, it came up to 5,200. So make what you want of that. 5,200 got the car into my garage. After that, I bought a front slam panel for £175. I bought a bonnet for £220, but it was miles away in Manchester. And then I used shipley.com. It's not a sponsored video, but shipley.com is a nice, easy way where you can get your parts delivered. A man in the van will go pick it up. And shipley.com, someone gave me a quote, I think it was like 60 quid. So all in for the bonnet with delivery was 275. If you remember, I had to replace the left hinge with the pyrotechnic pop-in mechanism. That cost me 50 quid. I bought a headlight repair kit for the tabs on both headlights. That was 55 quid for the two. We got the car tracked because for some reason it was veering off to the left. So we did tracking on the car. That was 30 quid. So the spraying and labor costs, fitting, replacing everything, it was literally £550. So we bought a new grille. The new grille was about 100 quid. We bought a new window trim over there. That was like 20 quid. And we bought some other little plastics. I think we spent about another 50 quid on some plastic stuff. We literally just washed the car before we got here. So you've seen that. We washed the car, the engine, and the roof. You saw how dirty the roof was. We washed the interior, we cleaned the interior, we washed the exterior. So the grand total to get this car back on the road looking in this amazing condition right here, right now, what you're seeing is a total of 6,315 quid. Guys, this car is valued at just over 10 grand. It's a category in, so to account for that, I reckon that this is good to recoup about maybe between £7,500 and £8,000, and that's what it's all about for me. I'm happy with that. But like I said, I bought this car with a buyer intended already, so my buyer has already paid for the car. She's coming to collect. She's happy, I'm happy, everyone's happy, and that's the Salvage Nation way. We buy cars from the brink of destruction. We put a lot of love, a lot of hard work into it, and we get it back on the road so that someone else can enjoy it if we don't. And someone else is going to definitely enjoy this car. Just have a look. It's such a lovely car, guys. With all of that said, I hope you enjoyed this mini series. I hope you're enjoying the channel. We took a break from repairing my Golf R because we're looking for some parts for that car. We're stuck trying to find some certain parts for that. We took a break from working on my A35 AMG. Guys, don't forget the AMG is coming along. We had to get a massive parts order from Mercedes, and that has come, so we're going to be back on that next week. And we've got so much more coming. So if you're watching this, you're not subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure you give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to comment, like, and share the videos, guys, because we're trying to get to 10K. And if you want to support the channel, head on over to shopsalvagenation.com and purchase some merch. So guys, like I always say, wait for it. Keep it moving, and I'll see you in the next one.